Okay, so what's the real difference between some flash in the pan, get rich quick scheme and a brand that actually lasts for like 100 years? The answer is, well, it's probably not what you think. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into what's called the Legitimacy Playbook.
You've seen this a million times, right? On one side, you've got these flashy internet ads promising you'll make a ton of money like tomorrow. And then on the other side, you have a place like Harvard. They charge an absolute fortune, and their promise is basically, you might graduate. So what's the deal? What is that invisible thing that makes one a scam and the other a legacy? Well, entrepreneur Alex Hormozy says it all comes down to four key pillars of legitimacy. And you can think of these as the actual blueprint for building your own Harvard, a brand that people respect and that's built to last. So let's get right into it.
All right, pillar number one, you have to be willing to turn people away. I know, it sounds totally backward, but think about it. If the only things someone needs to become your customer are a credit card and a pulse, you're not signaling value, you're signaling desperation. The game changer is being selective. You protect your reputation by only working with people who are actually set up to succeed with what you offer.
Pillar two is all about proof, but the right kind of proof. Look at Harvard again. They don't splash a few outlier testimonials on their homepage. No, they publish data. Average graduate salaries where people end up working. And that's the key. You've got to trade the hype of that one crazy success story for the solid credibility of what happens for the average person. That's how you build real trust. Now, pillar three feels a little crazy at first. Give away all your secrets for free. Yeah, for real. Take all that knowledge, all the stuff you'd normally pack into a course, the what to do, and just give it to people. It builds an insane amount of trust. Then, you charge for the really hard part, the implementation. You sell the how to do it, the personal feedback, the accountability, the hands-on stuff. And the last pillar is simple but so important. You have to maintain a high standard. Harvard fails students. Why? To protect the value of a Harvard degree. I mean, if everyone who paid just automatically passed, that piece of paper would be totally worthless, right? The exact same thing is true for your business. The possibility of failure is what makes success and your stamp of approval actually mean something. So that's the playbook right there. Be selective, use real data, sell the hands-on help, and actually have a standard. It's a super powerful strategy for building something with long-term credibility instead of just short-term hype. But, just knowing the plays, that's not enough. You actually have to be willing to run the plays. And that brings us to a much bigger, more personal question. What is the price of admission for this kind of success? And more importantly, are you actually willing to pay it?
See, this is where we get into the internal game. Real success, the kind that lasts, isn't about getting everything you want. It's actually about making very conscious, very deliberate trade-offs. It's about figuring out what you're willing to give up to get the thing you really want. It's kind of like trying to find the perfect house. You can't have a house that's both in a ski town and on the beach. You can't have a place that's super secluded in the woods and also a short walk to all the shops. It's just impossible. Some things cancel each other out. And life is exactly like that. You are forced to choose what truly matters most to you. And this quote just hits so hard. Not choosing, well, that is a choice. And it's honestly the worst trade you could possibly make. You're trading away your most valuable assets, your time and your potential, for absolutely nothing in return. You're just stuck. And here's why making these trades is so dang hard. The cost, the thing you have to sacrifice, is guaranteed. It's immediate. You feel that pain right now. But the reward, the upside, that's just a maybe. It's uncertain and it's way off in the future. That imbalance is what paralyzes so many of us. And of course, that huge cloud of uncertainty, what does it create? It creates our single biggest obstacle, fear. The fear of failing, the fear of what people will think. But what if the things we're so afraid of aren't even real? Seriously, think about it. We blow the downside way out of proportion. We imagine this total catastrophic ruin, ending up on the street, losing absolutely everything. But for most of us, the actual, real-world worst-case scenario is maybe crashing on a friend's couch for a few weeks. It's uncomfortable, for sure, but it's manageable. You'll figure it out. And what about that fear of judgment? Just burn this quote into your brain. The people who have time to criticize you are almost never the ones who are actually ahead of you in the game. They're the spectators in the stands. Don't ever let their opinions dictate the trades you make for your own life. This quote from Jocko Willink just reframes everything perfectly. The checklist is so simple. Did you die? No. Okay, then you didn't fail. You're just in a temporary state of not yet. So get up and go again.
So let's tie this all together. In finance, arbitrage is finding an opportunity where other people don't see it. And in life, the biggest opportunity, the biggest arbitrage is found in the exact two places everyone else is running away from: uncertainty and delayed gratification. If you can learn to run towards those two things, you will find all the rewards that everyone else misses out on. So really, the big takeaway is this: building something real, something that lasts, takes two things. It takes the right strategy, the playbook, and it takes the personal guts to pay the price. It's about choosing uncertainty when everyone else is demanding comfort. So I'll just leave you with this one question. What trade are you ready to make?